Good evening, everyone. We start a post-game press conference first with assessment from Thiago Split and then questions.
Partido de suma importancia.
A really important match for both teams.
Yo creo que hemos planteado el
I
partido en
believe
nuestro
we
juego de jugar rápido
planned the
y meter
game and our
puntos.
game of moving fast and scoring.
Otra vez estuvimos acertados en la línea de 3 puntos.
We were good on the 3-pointers and the kids did a great effort.
Las pérdidas nos han condicionado
The
un poco el
losses
partido.
kind of conditioned the match a bit.
Madrid jugó con mucha
Madrid played with being really physical,
nosotros también. No
as we did. I'm not saying we didn't, but at the end we were not able to take care of the ball, and they had 10 losses. We had 17 under conditions because they have more shots than we did. 42, we had 34. Three-pointers more or less the same, and then a lot of more field goals. We controlled the rebound in spite of Tavares and a bigger team than ours, so the physical part was right there. I'm proud of my guys, the way we fought to get all the way to the end with options to win a game in a match as difficult as a team with 11 cups. So that's the summary. Now, set of questions, name and company. At the beginning of the season, when the streak was out, you said something like you were no longer the surprise for the teams, that your way you played was not a surprise. You were more predictable, but bear in mind the level of game you're playing, how right you're getting it. Do you think that in spite of the last day, Paris basketball took a step forward in European basketball? The way you play meant something? The answer is yes. The answer is we are doing, we're playing the way we play, the way that is good for my 14 players, for my roster. The way I see it is the best way to play with the players I have. Where I had a staff from a different team, it might be different, but there's a lot of mistakes. People think that I've been changing or all the coaches change because for the sake of it, but it's not. It's because we have a way of playing, players with some specific features, and we have to impose the way we're playing, and we're doing that match after match. Good evening, Victor Gomez from Madridista Real. I would like to ask, because now we have the last match of the regular phase of the EuroLeague, understood that on a season of debut like the Paris Basketball EuroLeague, what have you learned and what has Paris learned and what it needs to improve, and how do you face such an important match after a hard defeat like this one? I'm convinced we have the mindset to get back up and to keep on doing our job. These kids are professionals. I'm all the way with them. They know what they need to do. We're going to play the way we do. We're going to do what we do again. And there will be pressure. There was pressure today. We have to define our course. We have to do our game. And die right with what we have. Any further questions? Is that good? Thank you.
Creatures
Good evening again. We'll start with assessment from the match from Choose Mateo and then questions. Well, two things before we start. One, I believe it's this team against the one we fought today, Paris. They play really good basketball and they also deserved, why not, the win because they're really brave. They play at a pace that is difficult to maintain throughout the game, and today they were really good on the three-pointers, which could happen because we knew that that was the way they've been playing. As a matter of fact, they were 13 out of 27 on three-pointers in the last 4 matches and scoring quite often, quite fast. And we knew that the match could have gone that way, although obviously it was a match that had a better and worse moment. Really happy and really proud, which is the second thing I wanted to mention of the effort our players did, Real Madrid players, to get back into the match when things were not as good and to defend on a moment that were it was not as easy to get against a team that was scoring so well. We were able to be there when we had to, and also we get some rights and we provide 24 assists. So as a team we played really well and we lost not so many balls against our team that is aggressive from the defensive point of view, and that makes me to be really proud of a team that is a streak of 5 wins in the EuroLeague, which has been this difficult one. We are on a quite nice situation. Work's not over. We have to keep on working. We have to do things properly on the match we have left on the regular league, and think that it's been really difficult, but we're fighting together, and that always makes me really proud of the players I have. So questions, name and company that you represent. Norman Fernandez, good night. Good evening, congratulations. Facundo and Andres Felipe were in the court a lot, and it was one of the best moments of the match. I would like to ask what the two of you gave you together, and what was Andres Felipe's match today. I believe they're match for everyone, moments for everyone to feel important and for everyone to feel to be useful for the team. Andres was today extraordinarily well in the defense. He was key, not just defense, because in the attack he was able to get in the paint, he was able to get balls, fight, he went to the floor in important moments, all of them in general. But today Andres was really good because we were looking nice, decent Andres that was already showing their potential, but as an important match as today, and with players that were so difficult to defend, he did a perfect match. He was really good, and I'm really proud for him and the colleagues, because at the end of the day, all of them contributed a lot, and the wins are achieved as a team, so I'm happy because of that, and I wish we can round it up on the next day in Belgrade. David comes on the 0. Yesterday you were saying that you had to be ready for any scenario that could appear, and I don't know if within that thought you would think it would be such a crazy match and you would be 10 down in the 4th quarter. Yes, that was without a question one of the scenarios that could happen. This is a team that plays to a lot of possession. That's why it's 105, 104, which is a lot, of course. And people may think, well, both teams defend really poorly, but that was not the case, probably not as much. So they did it quite right when they attacked, as we did. We were able to read the situations, we were able to play those balls with our center, we were able to distribute quite well from that. That's why the 24 assists probably, but they were quite right, even in decisive moments, with hands up, with the difficult shots they play, and they have video game players, and it's really important the way they play, and what they have included to the EuroLeague. Not that they included to EuroLeague, but they did it and they execute it perfectly. And they have brave, good players that really know what they're doing. So I believe they're doing extraordinary work, and they deserve all the awards. About the scenario, yes, we were 10 down, but it's 40 minutes of a match, and we all know that here at home. Two more questions. Javier Alonso, Radio Nacional. The scenario you were saying of the match and the day. Bayern lost, Partizan lost, you won. FS and Milan, depending on what they do tomorrow, things got pretty good for you. Well, the other day on the press conference, David was asking about if we were doing numbers, what would happen with other teams. We have not thought about that for a while because we were not getting lucky when we were watching TV, and we would say, okay, we won for this team to win or the other team to lose. So we try to focus on what we do. And I believe it's important to maintain that mindset of saying, let's not think about other people. We have to do our job. We're one step away of getting where we wanted, the goal of the beginning of the season. With everything we suffer, with everything we're going through, with everything we're fighting, we can reach. If it's going to be a really difficult match in Belgrade, we know that, everyone who played there. But we can get 20 wins, and 20 wins probably was unexpected when we started, so I wish it would be good for us. I would be really happy because of these guys I have in the locker room that they're fighting as lions. Good evening, Chus. Carlos Mateo from Agente IFA. Congratulations on the win. I would like to ask, after a season like the one you've lived, with better moments and worse moments, how does it feel one match day away that the team is going to be on the qualifying rounds? We don't know if it's whether the playoff or the play. Are you relieved? No. The work is not done. Of course, it's better to be like this, one match day away, but the work is not done. I don't want you to read that we have achieved the goal. We have not yet achieved the goal. We have to get into the playoffs, and we have to do that through a good match in Belgrade. We have to maintain this tension that we're having, and we need to aspire to do that well, because that's going to give us confidence in ourselves. And we have a lot of matches to face more death, to be dead or alive. There's been 5 wins in the EuroLeague. It is more important than the previous one because we had to win matches away, important ones like Bologna and Red Star, and matches here at home. The last few matches against Milan, they were fighting with us against Paris and Sven. So I wouldn't like for us to relax now that we're on this line and these dynamics. We won 13 matches won on the League and 5 on a streak on the EuroLeague. Let's continue. Let's fight to achieve more. We have to be ambitious, and the work is still not done. Is that good? One final question over here. Good evening, Chus. Congratulations on the win for Madridista Real. I would like to ask about the wonderful rotation Sergi gave that was left with an amazing applause, and what can the player give when especially he might be injured for the last leg to Fernando? Thank you. We'll see how the injuries evolve and how Bruno is evolving as well, that he could help a lot, and we'll have to keep on being useful when we are asked. Sergio did an amazing match. He's working really well. I believe that from here to the end he will keep on helping a lot, and it's because he's also tenacious and he wants to prove that he can still help us a lot with his experience and also with the way he understands the game. He breathes the game, his willingness to help, knowing when he needs to do that. Again, really good match. So I take my heart off for him, and it's really worth it what he did with his experience, with his work, to be ready for whatever he's asked to. Thank you and good evening.